Alright, let's talk about something that's been bugging me lately. Why do we, as visitors, constantly overlook the hidden gems in London's museums and galleries? I mean, think about it. We'll queue for hours for a temporary exhibition, but we'll breeze past entire sections of permanent collections that are just as incredible. It's like we've become numb to the brilliance right under our noses. Personally, I think it's a mix of familiarity breeding indifference and what I'm calling the ground floor phenomenon. You know what I'm talking about. We stick to the main level, ignoring the treasures upstairs or downstairs. But today, I'm here to shake things up and take you on a tour of some of these overlooked marvels. Let's start with the Science Museum. Now, everyone flocks to the space section. It's a crowd pleaser, especially for school trips. But what if I told you the real magic is on the second floor? The Clock Gallery is a quiet, almost hidden space that tells the history of the world through timekeeping. Sundials, maritime clocks that helped sailors navigate, it's mind-blowing. London was the epicenter of clockmaking from the 17th to the 19th century, and these pieces are a testament to that skill. One clock, in particular, stands out, the one that solved the problem of measuring longitude at sea. It's not just a clock, it's a world-changing invention. And then there's the coffin clock in the medicine section, a skeleton with skulls for feet. It's morbid, it's quirky, and it's a reminder that art and science have always been weirdly intertwined. What many people don't realize is that these objects aren't just relics, they're stories waiting to be uncovered. Speaking of stories, the Natural History Museum is another place where we often miss the point. Sure, the dinosaur skeletons are iconic, but have you ever wandered into the Treasures Gallery? It's like an Aladdin's cave of curiosities. Take the Barbary lion skull, for example. It's terrifying, but it's also a piece of history unearthed from the Tower of London. Or the pigeons Darwin observed in his garden, which played a role in his theory of evolution. And then there's the vault, a collection of minerals that feels like something out of a heist movie. The accursed amethyst is my favorite. A Victorian owner tried to get rid of it, even throwing it into Regent's Canal, but it kept coming back. It's like the gem had a mind of its own. If you take a step back and think about it, these objects aren't just rocks or bones, they're witnesses to history. Now, let's talk about the Victoria and Albert Museum. Most people don't realize it has a world-class painting collection scattered across the museum. The second-floor galleries are a highlight, especially the Sheepshanks collection. William Blake, Landseer, Constable, Turner, it's a who's who of British art. But what really gets me is the Devonshire Tapestries. These 15th-century Flemish masterpieces, once owned by the Dukes of Devonshire, are faded but still breathtaking. It's a reminder that art isn't just about perfection, it's about endurance. And then there's the National Gallery's pastel collection in room 42. Pastels are often overlooked, but they've had moments of glory, like in the 18th century, when Rosalba Carrera mastered the medium. Her portrait of a man is a standout, as is Lyotard's Laverne family breakfast. It's intimate, it's delicate, and it's a side of art history we rarely talk about. Finally, the National Portrait Gallery. You'd think a place dedicated to portraits would leave no stone unturned, but there's a miniature double portrait by Gerlach Flick that's easy to miss. Painted in prison, it's the first self-portrait in oils done in Britain. Flick, a German painter, included his fellow inmate, Henry Strangwich, a gentleman pirate. It's a story of survival, creativity, and unlikely friendships. And then there's the decoupage screen made for Lord Byron by his boxing coach. It's decorated with cutouts of boxers and actors, basically, the celebrity culture of the 19th century. What this really suggests is that museums aren't just about objects, they're about the people and stories behind them. So, here's my takeaway: next time you visit a museum, don't just stick to the ground floor. Wander upstairs, peek into the quieter galleries, and let yourself be surprised. These permanent collections aren't just static displays, they're living, breathing narratives waiting to be rediscovered. What makes this really interesting is how much we've trained ourselves to overlook, and how much we stand to gain by looking closer. What do you think? Are there hidden gems in your local museums that deserve more attention? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear your discoveries.